EA are hoping to get 100 million players on board. They are developing a really fun multiplayer and single player component to the game, as well as a free-to-play battle royale section. 4 different development studios are working on it across the globe. To say EA has maybe very high expectations for the new Battlefield would be a bit of an understatement, wouldn't it? The new Battlefield, or whatever you call it, Battlefield 6, that's what people are calling it right now. Well, it excites me because I presume, just like you, it reminds me of Battlefield 3, the OG Modern Warfare Battlefield game. I didn't have a computer and internet connection that could handle Battlefield 2, so Battlefield 3 really was my first entry to this series. And as a strategy gamer, no other first-person shooter has ever come close to giving me this feeling like I'm a single unit, a soldier in an RTS game with other fellow humans. Battlefield 3 always has a special place in my heart. I still remember lining up at my local game store for BF3's launch, meeting friends, making new ones, holding that box in my hand. That was magic, and honestly, I don't think I'll ever feel that way ever again, except for maybe console launches. But I'm no big fan of consoles, to be honest. I guess you would know that if you saw some of my other content on this channel. I remember spending the night going late into the morning playing Battlefield 3 with friends in public servers, Rush in Metro, remember that? If you wanted a more Call of Duty like experience, which by the way, Rush is confirmed to be coming to Battlefield 6. And yeah, you also had those cowboys, those solo players that go off and do their own thing, spawn camping, just being solo snipers, not playing the objective. But overall, I must say the community did have a much stronger understanding of teamwork. Before BF3, I played lots of like Bad Company 2 and its Vietnam expansion. The Vietnam expansion was a lot of fun. Great music, by the way. But BF3 was really the height of my FPS playing days. Oh, but yeah, not forgetting TF2, Team Fortress 2, which doesn't really feel like an RTS, but I was hooked on that for very different reasons, which maybe I'll get into in another video. After Battlefield 3, I somehow didn't buy the sequels. The last Battlefield game I played was Battlefield 1. I guess I was looking for something new rather than an iterative improvement. Oh wait, hold on. I did actually play that Battlefield Hardline game, but that was actually for a review, and I completely forgot about that one. I guess for good reasons.
Hell yeah, delicious donut, spotted!
Whatever EA and DICE showed with newer Battlefield games never really got my interest. The magic was gone, at least for me, and I just went on to focus on strategy games. So when I hear EA is aiming, or rather hoping, to get 100 million plays for Battlefield 6, this seems like something like a coping mechanism, Oh, we're spending an exorbitant amount of money for developing this game. I mean, no, it's not a game, it's a platform with different service offerings. We are spending this much because there is a very big target audience that are very eager to jump into the multiple parts of Battlefield 6. The free-to-play part and the core BF6 multiplayer experience. For context, Battlefield 2042 managed about 30 million, so yeah, this is a shoot for the stars and hope you don't land for his first situation. And sure, I get that they are ambitious, or maybe you could say greedy even, but setting your goals based on what your competitors are doing is maybe not the smartest play. Warzone and Fortnite are free-to-play titans with years of momentum. Battlefield 6 is from a company that's still trying to shake off that Battlefield 2042 curse, But this is typical EA, aiming for more than what is realistic. If you see what they expected out of even like a game like Dragon Age Railguard. But if this will be a 100 million player game or a 50 million player game, I just don't know. A free-to-play Battlefield, which we've had in the past actually, but this time as a battle royale, it's still could be quite popular. Question is, will it be a home run, sure win, or a bit of a rough start and slowly they get things right kind of thing? We've also heard from former devs and insiders within the teams working on the game that Battlefield 6 has a rather troubled development. You know, trouble always follows EA. As I mentioned, they have 4 studios working on some component of the game. EA Motive is focused on single player, DICE the core multiplayer, Criterion is supporting both of them, and Ripple Effect is most probably working on the free-to-play Battle Royale. Which in this earlier video about the studios, they were said to be working on a new experience for the Battlefield franchise. So yeah, the free-to-play game. And apparently it's not all sunshine with them all. There are conflicts between teams, miscommunication, really not a good sign here. But to be fair, to be absolutely fair to them, I get it, game development can be messy and it is messy, and that's totally normal. Personalities, creative talents do clash when people bring their own ideas to the table. That's just normal in a creative environment. But at the scale of this development, this is like one massive ship that might just sink, hitting a glacier that they never saw coming. So when I hear developers talking about the troubles the development is facing, I'm concerned, but not overly pressing the panic button here. This could just be business as usual for these studios. I mean business as usual for EA. Like surely EA has never ruined a franchise, right? Right guys? But you know, there are other signs too, like the single player portion of the game is said to be running late in development. So that's not lining up with the project's timeline, so there are some issues that, you know, need to be solved. This is also a very massively over budget game that's probably running very late, not just the single player part of it. We haven't even got a trailer for it yet. I think it's not looking like a 2025 game, more like a 2026 or beyond sort of game, at least for me. If they get this right, you're looking at quite possibly EA's biggest game, taking over from EA Sports FC as the most profitable franchise, possibly. But if they get greedy here and they want to hit a specific financial year, and if they push this out too early, buggy, half-baked, unfinished, I mean it's Battlefield 2042 all over again. And they can't afford another 2042, not after all the goodwill they've already burnt out. Not after spending this amount of resources into Battlefield 6. If this is a failure, it would be one that could hurt EA. And more importantly, all the studios working on this game. But if it's good, well, I guess I'll be seeing you guys on the battlefield. I honestly guys, I want Battlefield 6 to succeed. I want that classic BF3 feeling back. Big battles, real teamwork, modern warfare with that strategy game feel. You know, I don't know, maybe they might bring the Commanders mode into this game, maybe. I don't need 100 million players, I just need a game that feels like Battlefield again. So anyway, what's your take? Are you still hopeful, or is this just another EA faceplant waiting to happen? What's your favorite Battlefield game? Tell me in the comments. And no Battlefield Hardline, you know, that's not a valid answer. Anyway, I did a video about Marathon and how that game had a pretty rough reveal. I think it's worse than even my initial video reaction. Check out that video over here. Thanks for watching and farewell, noble friends.